Hello everybody, welcome to Mehdi channel. You asked me a lot, guys, but a lot about Creed Aventus, MANCERA CEDRAT BOISE, Armaf Club, the New Intense Man, Montblanc Explorer, what is similarities, how they differ, and so on. What is the batch variations? If I buy this one, what happened to another one? Today I want to make a fast comparison between these four fragrances. Then you can understand what is the similarities and differences, and you can make imagination in your head and go buy which one you want. Stay tuned. I want to start by MANCERA CEDRAT BOISE. I don't want to apply it on the skin because it is very sticky, and I don't want to have it today. Immediately I can catch. Extremely creamy, citrusy, and bright type of opening. That creaminess is not available in Creed Aventus. Creed Aventus is bright and net, but this one is creamy, citrusy, and earthy. Patchouli is here so much. Earthiness is from patchouli here, not, for example, vetiver and other notes. Okay, cedar wood, patchouli is dominated here, and leather. So we have not that leather in Creed Aventus. Some citrusy vibe, some bubblegummy vibe, a little bit. When I say bubblegummy, I mean sweet and fizzy. So this is sweet, like mix of, for example, Paco Rabanne 1 million or Invictus something by Creed Aventus. Creed Aventus is not sweet fragrance. Creed Aventus is sour and woody, and in the dry down even bitter. So MANCERA CEDRAT BOISE is creamy, heavy on sandalwood, which is not available in Creed Aventus. Creed Aventus is not a creamy fragrance. MANCERA CEDRAT BOISE is sweet. Creed Aventus is not sweet. MANCERA CEDRAT BOISE has more patchouli compared to Aventus. That earthiness of patchouli in Aventus is a bit undertone. Here is more. MANCERA CEDRAT BOISE is a bit at the dry down, a bit skanky, which is not in Creed Aventus. Creed Aventus is smoky. This is leathery, skanky, earthy a bit. So this one is somehow mixture of some other fragrances, sweet fragrances plus Aventus DNA. I cannot say this fragrance is a cologne, but I can say this fragrance is highly inspired by Creed Aventus. Performance of CEDRAT BOISE on my skin is over 12 hours. Really over 12 hours by very big projection and sillage for first 3-4 hours. I'm sure you're gonna ask me what is your CEDRAT BOISE's batch, because my batch is watered down, mine is not performing or so on. 16L336A batch code. Maybe it is for 2016, but I purchased it 2017. So let's say put 2017 to be sure. Very great performer. My problem by batches is like this. I have a lot of fragrances. I cannot purchase every year same fragrances. 300 and something I have fragrances right now. Then another year again 300. I cannot purchase same fragrances because of testing the batches. Just some famous ones like Creed Aventus and so on maybe, but not all same fragrances. That's why I cannot say healthy answer about newer batches of CEDRAT BOISE, but mine is fantastic. Let's continue by Montblanc Explorer. I want to have it on the skin. Projection is not as potent as CEDRAT BOISE at the opening. Opening of CEDRAT BOISE, when immediately you put pooh, everywhere is CEDRAT BOISE. This one is a little bit took time to come to my nose compared to the CEDRAT BOISE, but it is projecting. Okay, more near compared to CEDRAT BOISE to Creed Aventus at the opening. More drier version of Creed Aventus, I can say. This one is trying to cloning Creed Aventus, but CEDRAT BOISE was inspiring highly by Creed Aventus. This one is cloning by some takes. Yes, true, it is cloning Creed Aventus. It is a clone for Creed Aventus, but it has some ideas. It has some thoughts, takes, which they want to add to the Creed Aventus, which they believe this is better. For example, Amber Accent. You feel okay, Dior Sauvage is here, but Dior Sauvage without that lavendery, a bit soapiness vibe. Dior Sauvage by Amber Accent and citruses. Here, some pepper also, which is from Dior Sauvage. Right now there is not leather, but at the dry down you're gonna catch leather, because I have experienced by this one. Leather is also additional note. So Creed Aventus has not leather, has not pepper and ambroxan, which is additional note here. This one is also eau de parfum as well. Cedrat Boise is eau de parfum. Armaf Club de Nuit Intensement is EDT. Okay, this fragrance is very lady pleaser. In terms of attracting ladies, I can say is a winner among of these three colognes fragrances. Ladies love this fragrance so much. A bit after this, Armaf Club de Nuit Intensement is a lady pleaser fragrance. And then Cedrat Boise, somehow some ladies don't like that much Cedrat Boise because of some skankiness at the dry down. Dry down of Cedrat Boise is not as juicier, as brighter as the opening. I love all of these fragrances very much, but in terms of getting compliments, mostly from ladies, which is important for us, I am taking that view of these fragrances, not my personal opinion. In terms of performance, I can get 8 to 10 hours longevity by first 1.5–2 hours projection and sillage, not more than this. I have a video comparison longevity of this fragrance by Cedrat Boise. You can find it out. When I say about performance of these fragrances, I don't talk just because I want to talk. Okay, I applied on my skin. Longevity 8 hours. No, I worked 24 hours on these two fragrances to understand the real longevity. The thing that I liked in this fragrance is they have some ideas. They are not coming here to just cloning, copy, paste. It's just easy. They have some ideas and takes. There is some DNA like pepper, ambroxan, which is modern and complementary type of DNA. When you put pepper and ambroxan, this works together very good in any fragrance, in any DNA, that boosts fragrance modernity and complementing factor. Aventus is a very great complementer. They boosted that complementing factor again. This is very crazy in terms of getting compliments. I can say absolutely a winner in terms of getting compliments compared to the other clones out there. If you are into pleasing ladies, getting compliments easily, this one is a winner. Armaf Club de Nuit Intensement. This is 2017 batch. I am sure because you're gonna ask in the comments. Opening is nothing like Aventus, reminds you in the air, okay, something like Aventus, but you're gonna catch syntheticness. You can understand very cheaper version of Aventus, very good. Yeah, tons of patchouli, harsh lime, it is not lemon, like lime, and dried lime. So this fragrance at the opening is harsh, messy and nonsense, but at the dry down, this fragrance is all about dry down. This is one of those fragrances that you cannot judge it on the opening. It's not a very great opening, but dry down gets the job done. If you are into older batches of Aventus, 2015 and older, 15 and older, this fragrance is for you. If you want that woody, smoky dry down of Aventus, which I love it, and I believe that is backbone of Aventus, this fragrance is for you. But no, if you want fruitier batches of Aventus, more heavy on citruses and pineapple, you should go by other colognes. For example, Insurrection Pure 2, it's weak, or other fruity fragrances. L'Aventure by Herren is also good if you are into fruity colognes, but I like this one. Complementing factor of this one is very big, mostly from guys. 70% I have to say, 30% ladies. Very big complimenter, like a magnet, left and right. 95% you're gonna get compliments by this fragrance easily. You cannot go wrong by this fragrance, only because of price, not because of quality and so on. Complimenting factor is very big. I can say between 350 something fragrances in my collection, it is in top 5 in terms of getting compliments. It is synthetic, it is harsh, I know, but in the air at the dry down nobody will catch it, and even average people will not understand on you, and you're gonna get very crazy compliments. If you ask them which fragrance is better, should I purchase Creed Aventus, Cedrat Boise, Armaf or Montblanc Explorer? At first I have to say the main player, the king, is Creed Aventus. The other fragrances are around of this fragrance. They are clones, inspired fragrances. So second, the performance, the newer batches of Aventus is not good in my humble opinion, my personal opinion, and I believe it doesn't worth this price, 200 and 250 bucks plus something for 100 ml. I believe it is not a worthy price, but you decide, maybe you will like it. It is not a like for me, it is a pass right now after 2016. About Mancera Cedrat Boise, if you want to purchase a cologne or a like fragrance, it is not for you, because it shares some similarities but not a like or copy paste or a cologne for Creed Aventus. It is highly inspired type of fragrance by its own way character. So if you want something similar, a bit near to Aventus, that air atmosphere by another take, it is a good fragrance, Cedrat Boise, and very great performance, but not as complimentary as other fragrances in this list. If you want a cologne by other takes, a cologne, I believe Montblanc Explorer is a cologne. Some says no, it's not a cologne. It is a cologne of Aventus, extremely similar, but it has also some takes. If you want something more modern, more different, peppery ambroxan, if you are into ambroxan and pepper combination plus that beautiful DNA of Aventus, it is for you, but it is drier compared to Aventus, not juicy. It is dry version of Aventus and more scratchy, harsh. Harshness in this one is different by harshness in Armaf, don't confuse them. In the Armaf it is synthetic harsh, in this one is scratchy harsh. Differences between Explorer and Armaf. Personally, I like Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man so much because of only that dry down, nothing else. Bottle, presentation, sprayer, opening, all is bad. Okay, but that dry down is for me. I just care about that dry down, not presentation, not juice, not opening, nothing. That dry down kills me. That's why I like Armaf. So if you want more quality, a bit more legit somehow atmosphere, go buy Montblanc Explorer. And if you want individual type of fragrance, buy some similarities, buy some atmosphere of Aventus, buy hint of Aventus, go buy Cedrat Boise. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you have any opinion, suggestion, question, let me know it in the comments below. I will answer you. See you in another video.